Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a relatively recent addition to our lovely betas of command here, and that is the ability to not only attack a target based on its speed coming towards you and basically taking what they call a no escape zone launch, but also having the impact of actually knowing the type of target and knowing when to take the shot. So let's go ahead and take a look at our scenario here. So we have a luckily SA-21, this is a good old-fashioned S-400. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take some shots with this particular vehicle. It should be relatively straightforward here. So we've got everything all kind of set up here, and we're going to unpause real fast, and our radar is going to start sweeping the sky a little tiny bit. And we're going to pick up a potential target. It's an unknown right now. It's bogey number 3 there, chilling at pretty darn long range. So I'm going to go ahead, before we take that shot, looks like we've identified them already. Sweet. I'm going to go to WRA real fast. I'm going to go ahead and order up a no escape zone attack. No escape zones, pop that into both types of missiles here. The SA-21 here has got quite the range, so I'm actually going to make sure it's limited to a no escape only attack. I don't want it to start picking pot shots yet. So we still have the target in sight. It's coming slowly towards us. Nothing to worry about too much. We picked up another target. We got just a taste of another target. All right. Let some time pass here. Okay, we're not taking the shot because we don't want to shoot on somebody who's just going to turn around and run on us. And now we have 2 targets approaching at about equal speed. I hold my mouse over. We have no idea what kind of targets they are. They're both just bogeys. So we're going to go ahead and speed up time, and they're just going to kind of keep on cruising. They're going to get within that no escape zone launch. Our S-400 crew is sitting here going, can we fire? Okay, we're going to fire. And the weapon is on the way. So we've already engaged one of our targets. We can see we're waiting on that other target patiently here, even though it's moving at exactly the same speed. Give it a few more moments here. Let's just double check to make sure we have enough illumination here. I don't want to embarrass myself like that. Looks like we did have illumination. I was just being silly. Fire! So we fire at the 2 targets, basically simultaneously. Missile's going to travel way, 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 way up into the upper parts of the atmosphere. Then it's going to turn around. It's going to start dipping down into the atmosphere, and it's going to start cutting through, as it by a couple clouds. Maybe it passes a low-hanging satellite or something like that. And it suddenly starts to re-enter orbit, starts to pick up a bunch of speed as it starts to re-enter. Coming down 65,000 feet, the target on the left, moving at that lovely speed there, is suddenly, missed. I hate it when that happens. And meanwhile, the other one over here, splats. Now, you'll notice that the 2 targets were engaged at the same time. I had to kind of nudge one of them just because there wasn't enough illumination. Now, let's go ahead and reset everything without telling you what I did. Alrighty then. I think everything's been nice and restarted, and they're back on the way. It's a repeat of last time. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I forgot to tell them to be a no escape zone launch. Let's go to WRA. Let's go up to this weapon, tell it to be no escape zone. Again, we don't want to fire a shot unless we know the target can't turn and burn away from us. That looks pretty good there. We'll go ahead over to the SA-21B. No escape zone launch should be plenty here. No escape, looks good. Sweet. So we've already picked up the same target, and things are going to go down pretty much the way they did last time. We have both those targets visible. They're traveling at the exact identical speed. As you remember from last time, we had a bit of an issue locking onto that one on the north there, just because we had some reflection issues. A missile's been launched. Now notice, the target at the north was engaged first. Go ahead and speed up time here. We can see the missiles traveling back through the sky. Target on the left, even though it's traveling the same exact speed, is not being engaged. And if you remember, that particular target was not... splat. Still not shooting. That target's moving 450 knots. Still not shooting. Wait until the last possible second here. You're going to take that shot, or you're just going to let the guy fly right over the top of your head here. Still waiting. Boom, there's the shot. Are we going to take another one? At this point, we're so point blank. Fire. Just let him have it. Now you're never going to get the shot. Haha. So you're probably saying, what was the difference? Well, let me share it with you. So one of our targets was a Boeing 737. The other target was a MiG-31. So the reason this particular target was engaged simultaneously, or mostly simultaneously, the first round, is because under my settings, I actually had designed it so that Blue 4 knew what team everybody was on. When I was aware of what type of unit it was, it automatically changed its firing sequence so that it would automatically engage the target when it got in a position where it couldn't turn around and run maximum speed away from the target, which makes classification more important than ever. Now, I know what you're probably wondering here. You're saying, well, what if you tell them not to do a no escape zone launch? Well, there's an interesting consequence to that. So let me go ahead and show you what's going to happen here. So we're going to fire early, and I mean early. Weapons up. It's coming down. Not quite a good shot there. Fire, 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 fire. Finally splattered them. You'll notice that the shot was taken at extreme range. Our not-so-maneuverable Boeing 737 took an S-400 right through the front windshield, and it took our MiG-31 quite a few hits here. As a matter of fact, if we go to weapon endgame, actually we'll shut everybody off real fast. There we go. And you can see all the different jamming attempts here. We can see the impact of the actual weapons. Of course, we can see the impact on the other weapons as well. So you can see exactly what happened throughout this entire scenario. So what are the takeaways here? And the first one is if you can identify a target and you're taking a no escape zone launch, a lot of times that works in your favor because I'm not going to fire until that target gets in its actual kill zone. The second thing is the opposite of that. I know if I can get myself identified in a combat situation that they're going to be less likely to fire with a no escape zone launch, knowing I'm a more capable of maneuvering target. Enjoy.